Dear Mr. Kaczynski, I'll begin with a quote from the late artist David Wojnarowicz. In being born into a pre-invented existence, we're born into a structure that starts with traffic lights and goes up to governmental decrees in Congress. This is what your existence has to fit within. Maybe a couple of centuries ago you could have had a choice, but now you can't because the landscape is all bought up.
Dear Ted Bear, sorry I couldn't see you. Your attorney advised against it because I'm a social visit. I guess rehabilitation to society precludes socializing. I'm sending you an old NRA picture of me. I don't look like this now. I've got longer hair, that sort of thing. I've got so many pictures of you. I don't think you have any of me. Of course, who knows? You could have millions.
Although I cannot approve of the things you are accused of having done, nevertheless, I can empathize with you on more than one level and in more than one direction. The girls/women, with only 3 lifelong exceptions, did not find me companionable enough to want to date/shack up. I, too, would rather suffer in support of a concept of truth or right or freedom than enrich myself by kowtowing to expediency or the pressure of market forces. I, too, am a loner. While I was never a hermit, I am a recluse. I hope to one day press the flesh, i.e. a hearty handshake, with you over a couple of beers and a couple of fish burgers. My treat. Until then, know that you're not alone in alienation from the mainstream society, or in the profound desire for camaraderie with kindred souls.
This is a genuine counterculture phenomenon. He was just saying culture is going in the wrong direction, I will fight it.
I think that's a contemptible, that's a despicable thing to say. It's a despicable thing to say. We're talking about somebody who murdered human beings. If he'd met the widow and the children, as I have, of men this criminal has murdered, he would be less eager to describe him as a mere countercultural phenomenon. Once a man is a murderer, I don't give a damn what his opinions are. His opinions are of no interest to me. What I know about him is that he's a murderer, a creator of pain and suffering.
There are a lot of people who are aware that the media is distorting you and your image. They are happy to be spoon-fed by the feeble buttheads incorporated. It's a good thing you were already in jail with witnesses and a good alibi, or the feds might have tried to charge you with the bombing of the TWA plane and the Olympic Park bombing. How's things going in the Pokey? Probably no fun at all, I'm sure, especially in Excremento in the summer. Yuck. Are you happy with your lawyers? How's the food there? When I was inside, the food sucked, but what do you expect? It's jail and you're not supposed to like it.
I wonder if you'll get out of jail. I wish you could. I'd like to have a normal day. I've not had that. I'd like to be happy, even for half a day. Some people insist on a life, but even anything is okay. I'd like to be with you and not have to think of jail or mean people. I want happy. Why is it so hard to find life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Ted, we could all join forces. Jewel, the Idaho Man, McVeigh, and fight these wiretaps and bad time guys. When we're isolated, then resisting the abuse is so much more difficult. But together, we could all help each other.
Although I can't even pretend to know what you've been through, I can empathize with your hurts and frustrations to a certain degree. I want you to know that you do not have to be alone. You can have a friend that will never fail you nor forsake you. Jesus Christ wants to be that friend. All you need to do is open your heart and let him in, admitting that you are a sinner, and let him be Lord of your life. He died for you, too.
Mr. Kaczynski, I grew up in Helena and have spent much of my life exploring the country along the Continental Divide. I read that the area north of Stemple Pass was particularly important to you, and that you have been distraught when it was logged. I hiked up there September 10th and took a few photos so that you could see what the area looks like now. Some clear-cut areas are still bare, while others have regrown there. There is still a lot of wildlife, and the grizzly population is growing. The trees killed by the pine bark beetles are standing dead, very quiet up there.
Dear Ted, I don't forget you. I just don't know what to think. The bigger picture is we have 13 long-range missiles from China aiming at the United States. We have a computer shutdown in less than 2 years, and the national emergency will be invoked. So who will be ready? I'm not ready. I don't even know how to get ready. I needed you. You're the outdoors guy. You were supposed to help me, and now I understand that won't be an option. The big deal is that it depresses me. If I could get past the depression, I could be productive. I'll get there. Eventually, the survival instinct will kick in. Okay, Ted. Worst case scenario, I'll probably meet you when the government crashes. Be nice to me, okay? Take care. Love. P.S. What do you want for your birthday?
Merry Christmas, Ted. I'm a student librarian at U of M. For the past couple months, I've been going through our collections of your correspondence. It's been eerie, to say the least. All these people. What do they want from you? Who do they think you are? I'd like to close with a few words from Crosby Garston's The Figurehead. It's about a religious icon turned naval figurehead who becomes the object of affection for a lonely mermaid. Here's the last couple stanzas. Songs of love she sings him all the livelong day, and she rests upon his bosom and she sobs the night away. But he never, never answers, for beneath his soldier's paint, the wooden-headed effigy still thinks that he's a saint. Here's hoping for the new year.